shouldn't be hard. Life should be a fun-filled adventure every day. So now start joining up dots. Tap into your talents, your skills, your God-given gifts, and tell your boss, you don't deserve me. I'm out of here. It's time for you to smash that alarm clock and start getting the dream business and life you, well, of course, are dreaming of. Let's join your host, David Ralph, from the back of his garden in the UK, or wherever he might be today, with another jammed-packed episode of the #1 hit podcast, Join Up Dots.
Yeah, good morning to you. Good morning to you. This is Join Up Dots. This is, I don't normally timestamp anything really, but this is the 29th of April, 2024. Now, if you go back 10 years ago, on the 29th of April 2014, I was sitting here behind a microphone trying to get my first episode live. I was trying to work out the practicalities of being a podcaster. I was trying to find my voice. I was trying to find the angle I wanted to direct my content to. And 10 years later, tomorrow, 10 years later, 30th of April 2024, we are hitting 10 years. And I thought I'd just turn on the microphone today because I haven't planned anything on this one. I just want to sort of talk really about what I've learned over the last 10 years. And there's been so many ups and downs. There's been so many times when I thought to myself, should I stop doing Join Up Dots? Is it still needed out there? Do people actually want this? Because when you're doing a podcast, sometimes you get sort of a load of influx of questions, and sometimes it just goes a bit flat for a while and you don't get anything at all. And sometimes you're just putting it out not knowing anything other than you're doing it. But what I found through Join Up Dots is that it is true, find your passion and you never work again. But it's incredibly hard to find your passion. You've got to be able to overcome that passion piece that then becomes boring. You know, when I started Join Up Dots, it was all about, oh, this is going to be brilliant, it's going to be amazing, I'm going to be a podcaster, I'm going to be a host, I'm going to be this and that. And after a while, it was just a grind. It was just, another episode, just churning it out to the world. And there was times, as I say, when you think to yourself, I'm not feeling this anymore. It's not fun. And it's not fun all the time anyway. It's, quite a lot of the times I walk up to turn the microphone on and I can find other more fun things to do. But certainly when I turn the microphone on, I think to myself, somebody out there, somebody I've never met, somebody who is listening to this podcast maybe for the first time, this might be the key that starts their brain whirring. It might be the key where they start thinking, right, I'm going to listen to other business podcasts, or I'm going to listen to other lifestyle podcasts, and they leave me behind, but it's this one that starts those passions going. And it's been a big part of me realizing that actually, away from everything, that is what I love. I remember when I used to be in corporate land, I used to love rewriting people's resumes and CVs and seeing them get better jobs than me, and they always used to go off and say, I owe you a pint, and leave me behind. And I did that time and time again. And occasionally I see these people and they're all incredibly grateful. They're incredibly appreciative of the time that I spent with them and that the help I gave them. And it's not something that in many ways would bring money in directly, because you're just helping. But you gain a billionfold. You just feel good about yourself. A friend of mine called Neil Robinson, who is currently in, where is he? Cambodia. He emailed me the other day and he said, basically, congrats on 10 years. Imagine how many lives you've changed. And it would be an amazing thing to know how many people have been inspired to change direction or just do things a different way, or actually ask that girl or that boy out that they weren't doing, and being proactive and just trying to join up the dots. It would be fantastic to know. But actually, if it's only one person that has been inspired by this content over the last 10 years, that's perfectly fine by me. Because by doing it, I've grown exponentially. The confidence that floods through me, the ability to just relax under severe stress, where my wife says to me, it's like you don't even know these things are happening. But when you've been in the game for so long, you know that it's going to come up again and you're going to pass it again. And then another bad time's going to come up again. And nothing is insurmountable. Nothing is a game changer. Nothing stops you unless you want to be stopped yourself. It's just like the seasons. When you think about winter just kind of does its thing, and then spring waits patiently, and then the daffodils start popping up, and spring's not screaming at winter to hurry up and get things done, and spring's not laying there thinking, oh my God, what if I can't do it this time? What if it all goes wrong? What if it takes me longer than I expected? And summer is knocking on my door. It doesn't. It just is relaxed. And I think that's one of the things that I've gained so much from being able to see how it all operates from behind the scenes. I've seen how entrepreneurs operate. I've seen how life works itself out. And to be relaxed and just chilled and just going through the motions and living within your passion, I couldn't have got that without Join Up Dots. It had to be this podcast. I don't think any other podcast would have done it. And there was a time that I was recording another one called Dream Starters Academy, which was like the next step to Join Up Dots. And I did about 70 of those. And it never fueled me as much as this one. So without rambling on too much, I just wanted to say 10 years has passed. 10 years has been a blink of an eye in some ways. Other ways, it's been an absolute roller coaster. There's been some people that have listened right from the early days. Most people have stopped listening, and then new ones have come in, and then they've stopped listening and they've moved on. Even people that have worked with me and I've coached and I meet and they're my mates, they say to me, oh, I'm a bit behind. It's perfectly acceptable. I don't expect anyone to listen to every episode of Join Up Dots. I don't expect anyone to think that it's going to be life-changing for them unless they want it to be. And that's the key. Whatever you want in life, if you want to make it happen, if you want it to be life-changing, if you want to get more income, if you want to get more love, if you want to have more time, if you want to have more fun, if you want to have better health, it's all there for you. And you've just got to see it as a dot after dot after dot situation. If you want bigger muscles, you've got to start working out. If you want to be able to run a marathon, you've got to get through those blisters and limp to the end of the road and then go one step further the next day and then go from that point. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been out there and dropped us a line, and thank you to all the people that haven't done anything and that have just listened quietly. I've got no idea who you are, but I know you're out there and I appreciate you listening. And for the next 10 years, we are going to be doing more of the same. But I think it's going to have more of an edge. I think there's going to be more of me trying to kick you a bit, because I think the world's in a slump, and I think people are busy doing nothing in regards to their future. I think they are on the grind, they're tired, they're exhausted, they're thinking that something is going to get better, and it won't until you do it yourself. So the next few episodes are going to be a mini course that we will bring to you, looking at the 5 amazingly stupid excuses that I hear time and time again through every listener of Join Up Darts. It's very rare that they don't. One of them tells me one of these things. And if you can get these 5 excuses out of your head, then it's going to really start the next decade of Join Up Dots well. If you can just breeze past these and just be aware that you're saying these excuses, then life will become somewhat different. So thank you so much for this episode of Join Up Dots, for listening to this. Slightly self-indulgent, but 10 years is a milestone. Not many podcasts have got to 10 years. And for all of you out there, I look forward to you just being part of the journey further on. Okay, until next time, you stay sexy, of course, and I'll see you again. Cheers, see ya, bye-bye. And that was 10 minutes exactly, 10 minutes to the second. I'm a podcaster.
That's the end of Join Up Dots. You've heard the conversation. Now it's time for you to start taking massive action. Create your future, create your life. It's the only life you've got. We'll be back again real soon. Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots. Join up Dots.